Hello, Frag beauties. How are you? Thank you for joining me for another Frag video. I just decided, since I just did one about my empties, why not show you what all I have collected since the first time that I did my first video, which was quite a while ago. I didn't even realize how long it actually had been until I started pulling them out of my drawer, and I was like, wow, I really didn't have anything back then. But y'all, it has grown, and so I'm like, even primarily talking to my beginner Frag beauties. I'm primarily talking to my beginning Frag beauties who are like wanting to start a collection, just now starting a collection, having trouble growing your collection. You just love perfume, but you ain't even started collecting. Girl, I'm talking to you because I am with you, okay? We are pretty small over here compared to all the people that are friends with me on Instagram, where they've got walls and cabinets and baby whole rooms for frags, okay? We are nowhere near there, but can say since my last video I have definitely grown, and so I want to share with you some of my fragrances that I added on and tell you a little bit how I am acquiring them, and maybe even drop a couple of ones that I want to get that are on my to get list. Y'all, if you hear some talking, all of a sudden my neighbor, who's very loud, has decided to come outside the moment I decide to shoot my video talking loud. So please forgive if you can hear anything to the side or the background, because we don't control the atmosphere, and so that's just what it is. But moving on, we're going to be talking about three categories. We're going to be talking about the niche fragrance house, the designer fragrance house, and the indie fragrance house. And if you don't know what those are, we'll pop those up along the way so that you can kind of read about them. But those are the houses we're going to be talking about. I have a little bit from every single one. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so the first section that we're going to dive into is going to be the, y'all, I missed one too. Like, y'all, it's like the dupe section, Amazon. That's a section too. But these are going to be from Amazon, okay? I forgot that section, so add that on. So the first one I have is this little guy here. Hopefully you can see that pretty good. This is supposed to be natural, all natural perfume that I got from Amazon, that was sent to me by Amazon. If you've ever smelled the scent amber, if you've ever smelled, pop it up on the screen, the amber, like our original amber scent, it has kind of that undertone to it. But y'all, it also has some kind of like funky undertone to it that I just am not vibing with. I was hoping that if I let it sit, that it would kind of age and maybe like do better. It has brought up more of that amber scent for me, but still, when you smell it, you still get this like really pungent, almost like animalistic scent underneath. We don't know what we're gonna do with her, child. I've been trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with her because she's not my favorite. She is here and trying to just figure out how to make her better or find somebody who might like her. So yeah, this is in the collection, but we don't know how long it's going to stay in the collection. So again, it was an Amazon scent that was sent to me, but I included it because it was in the collection. So moving on. Next is another Amazon fave that everybody loved, and it is the Khamrah Lattafa. This baby was going viral all over Instagram, all over every platform for a while. I think it is the inspired by dupe of Kilian Love Don't Be Shy, except it has a little bit of a different scent profile to it. It's a little deeper than Kilian Love Don't Be Shy, but smells really good. Definitely a heavy hitter. It's a heavy scent. It's a strong scent. It's very like cinnamon based. You can also smell like a little incensey smell in there, a little apple pie in there, a little caramel in there. So it is a pretty good dupe for Love Don't Be Shy. Love Don't Be Shy, it's not one of my favorites. I've smelled it several times and tried to make myself like it several times, but I was like, let me start with the cheaper version and see if I like it. I like it pretty okay. I will usually mix this with a vanilla to sweeten it up a little bit more for me, because I'm not a super gourmandy kind of girl. The only gourmand that I really love is a vanilla, but I will often mix this with a vanilla base and it will kind of sweeten it up for me. So I will either use Kayali's Vanilla 28 or this Mod Vanilla. Any kind of vanilla base I will mix with this to kind of sweeten it up a little bit. So, but yeah, she's affordable. You can get it on Amazon. And I will keep her. I will keep her just because I have gotten a couple of compliments on her, and it's a good dupe for Kilian if you don't want to spend that price point, but you just want something that kind of smells a lot like it. A lot of people actually even favorite this one over the Kilian. So this is another one that joined the family. Next up is another Lattafa, another Amazon buy, and that is the Yara Lattafa, super popular. Again, you know, these babies come in white, orange, hot pink now, this color, and I think something else that I'm probably missing, but I only have a couple of them. This was the first one that I got. It was all over TikTok, so I'm like, let me go smell it. The thing about these is if you buy a Lattafa brand, you buy the Lattafa brand. There is no exchanging it, returning it, any of that. So it's definitely a blind buy. I love the casing. They always have awesome casing and awesome presentation with the boxes. So if you're going to give somebody something, definitely a great gift. They're going to think you spent $1 million because the packaging that they come in is impeccable. This is a very, very sweet girly scent. I actually bought 2 of these, one for me and one for my daughter. It's a very, very sweet girly scent. It has like very floral slash fruity profile to it, and I love both of those. It reminds me of, like, okay, if you thought about what the color pink would smell like, it would kind of smell like this. So it's a very girly scent. It's a very sweet scent. It's not overly sweet to where it's like an immature scent. You can definitely wear this at different age ranges. All the way from the younger teenage girl to the adult woman. You could always pair this with something vanilla, something strawberry, even something floral. So I really like it. I'll definitely keep her in. I use her like, she's a good daily scent, you know what I mean? She's not, price point isn't too horrible, so that you could spray her all you want. Not super duper longevity, but I do like her, and so she's definitely one of the new ones to the family. Now, because of the last Lattafa smelling pretty good, I was like, okay, let me try another one. And I'm a big review reader, so I'm like reading reviews, and I'm like, let me buy the white one next. So I bought the white one. As you can see, she is still in the box. There's a reason for that. Y'all, I just did not like this scent. I just did not like this scent. This is how it comes in the box, and you open it up, and this is how she looks. She's very beautiful when it comes to how she looks, but how she smelled was like not great for me. And what I heard was like you have to leave her in the box for like a year or so for her to smell good. Who got time for that? If I buy a scent, I'm trying to spray it, okay? Let me see. Okay, it's kind of changed a little bit. I'm not gonna spray it, but but it has changed a little bit just right out of the box smelling it. But you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like a older scent. Like smelling it straight out of here, it reminds me of like a scent that maybe your mom or grandma or somebody might wear to church. That's kind of what it smells like to me. She smells better because y'all, she smelled like little baby toes when I first got her, okay? Okay, she smelled like somebody's sweaty toes when I first got her, and it was not appreciated. And again, once you buy them, you cannot return them. I did not like it at all. It has definitely changed. I still smell little baby toe corn chips in the background, but it has changed a little. Still not enough for me. Not enough for me. I still smell a really corn chippy back scent that is just not great for me. So I'm gonna give her a little bit more time, but I just don't think she's gonna change. And I'm probably gonna end up like gifting it to someone or something, since I can't return it because it is just not my fave. So needless to say, this one and this one will not be returning. They will be going away for life, more than likely. So be careful with the Yara Lattafas. They're not all safe blind buys, which I don't like blind buying, but you have no choice when you either get it or you don't. There's no way to smell it unless somebody you know has it and can let you smell it. So be careful with them. Like I said, there's several. Now it's the hot pink one's out and it's all the rave, but I'm really scared to buy it. So just be careful with those. And yeah, moving on. Next, we're going to talk about my newest favorite house. This has been becoming my all-time favorite, and I only have like 4. but I just love them because they're so unique. It is going to be the niche fragrance house. I love them. These are like one of a kind type of fragrances. You're not going to just go to any department store and find them. You're going to have to be going to very specific stores, if not the place where they are manufactured. They are just usually super high quality, and they also come with a pretty price point usually as well. And so let's kind of take a dive into those. The first one we're going to be looking at is one of my favorites. I've gotten so many compliments from guys and women, and that is Debaser. Hopefully you can see that pretty good. I got this when I went to my very first fragrance event in Dallas, which I'll pop up here, and I smelled a gazillion scents that day, and this, between this and another one, I was like, I must have this. They didn't even have it by the time I got there to order. I had to order and wait on it to come, and was super surprised by how small the bottle is. But y'all, this baby packs a punch, and she is a pretty penny, I will tell you that. Oh my gosh. But the scent, now you know when you roll your own neck back, that thing smell good. That thing smell good, okay? Y'all, oh my gosh. It is so dreamy. I will try to pop the notes up on the screen if I can find them. It is so dreamy. It's like soft, but you're gonna see me. You're gonna smell me. You're gonna see me. You're going to turn your head when I walk by type of scent. I wore this on a date, and immediately he was like, you smell so good. You just smelling so good. Y'all, this is, and you know, guys don't do a whole lot of, oh, you smell good type of thing. But he couldn't, I mean, immediately he was like, you are smelling so good. Because, y'all, check this out. You must check out Debaser. I can't even explain the scent because it's so complex that I can't even explain what all I think I smell. But it's like a little florally, a little leathery. It's also soft, almost like some powdery in there. But y'all, this scent is thebomb.com, okay? It's worth the money to me. I will definitely be buying a bigger bottle. I wish it came with lotions and everything, because baby, I would have this on, okay? This is one of my favorite niche fragrances ever so far, and so definitely check Debaser out because she will not disappoint. She's so complex. I could see some people not liking her, but so far I've not found one. Just saying. Next in line, everybody knows about this house, and that is the Lable house. I picked up Santal 33, and y'all, now you're talking about beast mode. Now I know everybody's favorite is, my brain went blank just because I want to tell you, but I'm gonna pop it up on the screen. Everybody's favorite is that one that's there. I was stuck between this one and that one because I tried a sample, which you will see. I do have a video on the samples that picked up, and it didn't last very long on me, the one that's super popular. And for some reason, the one that stood out and that lasted the longest was the Santal 33. I wasted it on my sheets, smelling it in the bed like a crazy person, and wasted it on my sheets. Y'all, that scent stayed on there for days. Every time I would pull my sheets up, I'd be like, oh my gosh. And it is such a distinct scent. It is very unisex. As a matter of fact, I was on a trip to Cabo, I think, with my daughter, and this very well put together, almost like Italian looking guy walked by, and I was like, and I said, excuse me, sir. And he just kept moving because like they were trying to, you know, let people through and put your baggage up. And I was like, excuse me, sir. And he's like, yes. I said, do you have on Santal 33? And he was like, yes, you have a good nose and you have expensive taste. I thought that was so cute. He was like, you have a very good nose and very expensive taste to know what that is. And I said, yes, I do. And then shortly after I bought it. And so it smells to me just as good on men as it does on women. Of course, you morph it when you put it on your own body because of your temperature. But y'all, it smells just so good to me. It is another unique scent, which most of the niche fragrances are. They're very unique scents made by, you know, very unique people, and they're meant to be different. They're not like the designer frags that you can be like, oh, I smelled that before. Oh, that smells just like such and such. Like, these are like, you're probably not gonna smell anything else that smells like this usually. It's a little peppery. it has been described online as like sometimes smelling like pickles. Y'all, it don't smell like pickles at all. And when it dries down so differently on everybody. It is a heavy hitter. You're going to put this on and you're going to smell it. When I think about this, I think about date night. I think about wintertime because it is a very deep scent and it is a very unique scent. So definitely check this out when you're smelling the Santal, the Le Labos. There are so many Le Labo scents now. It is probably overwhelming. I hope to go visit the Le Labo store one day, but I love so many of the Le Labos. This is my very first one, but will not be my last. Okay, beauties. Now, I know I said that first one, Debaser, was my favorite, but this is going to be my favorite as well. It is a cheaper version of my favorite, and if I can say, one of the cheapest niche fragrances that I have in my collection that I will buy over and over and over and over again. It is the Alluring Fig by Theodore. Y'all. This, look at it. I haven't had it that long, and look at it. She uses that thing, okay? And let me tell you, this is one, oh my gosh. It's very, I will say it's very florally. It's very, very floral. To the point where going out, I had asked my guy, like, do you like it? He's like,
oh, it kind of smells like you've been running through a bunch of flowers.
Girl, it smells good. All the women I know stop me. No, that I don't know, stop me, asking me, what do you have on? I went to a baby store to buy my niece something. I was behind the lady in line with some room, and she turned around and said, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, but I have to ask you, what are you wearing? The wind keeps blowing it to me. And I had put it on earlier in the day, and here it was 4 or 5 in the evening, and I was getting asked, what did I have on? That has happened to me multiple times. I can't even remember the other times, but multiple times I've been asked, excuse me, ma'am, what are you wearing? Alluring Fig. Guess how much? $50. It was on, I don't know if it was on sale or if it just cost $50, but it was $50. I got it at the Scent Room in Dallas, Texas. $50. And it is strong. It lasts. It's one of those that you put on, and for you, it may kind of disappear, but everybody else smells it. Yes, ma'am. A excellent fragrance for an excellent price point. She will stay in my collection forever. Just saying. My last niche fragrance that I have purchased, probably one of the most expensive, I think, besides the, no, I don't know. It's probably comparable to the other 3 that's not $50. But Thomas Cosmala, and it's the Neon number 4. Y'all, this smells so good. It again is a super heavy hitter. This is one of those you spray on and it is sticking with you. Very clean scent. Very, very clean. It's a very strong, clean girl scent. You would love it. The bottle is so unique and so pretty. He has so many unique scents that I like. You actually can find him possibly in Dillard's, because he was in my Dillard's and that's where I found this one, versus the other ones come from their specific houses. But you can actually find him online, or you can find him in Dillard's and some Dillard's. But this, I debated on between this and another scent, and the other scent was sold out, and so I got this one, but I don't regret it. It is very, very clean girl, and just like lasts all day. The longevity is good, the sillage is good, everything is good. It kind of replaces my Tiffany in Love for me, because that's my other clean girl scent, but Tiffany in Love, gone like that. But this one, she's hanging around. So I really, really love this one. I try not to use it all up, but will always keep this in my collection. So yeah, she's the newest, latest niche perfume that will stay. Next, we're going to take a look at my 2 indie perfumes. And indie perfumes are individual perfumers that are coming up with their own perfumes. And the first one's going to be a Black owned company called Clean Team. And so here is that scent. Really, 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 really like it, y'all. It is a unisex scent. It says it is, but to me, it's so sweet that it leans more on the feminine side. But I guess I could see how a man could rock this, because some sweet scents do smell good on them, but it's very sweet. This is called the Purple Label one, and so if you look for the Purple Label, but of course it's clear. And it's the most popular one, I think, and it's a unisex. It too is very clean, but like a like a sweet clean. It's like sweet and clean mixed together. Definitely love it. The owner's super sweet. He's very, very kind, very responsive to you if you reach out about questions. I think they do have samples. You can find him on Instagram just by looking up Clean Team on Instagram. And I definitely love to support my Black owners. I one day hope to aspire to create my own perfume, and so I definitely look up to people like this who have actually done that and kind of getting themselves out there. So definitely check them out. Let them know that Tiffany sent you over with Journey with Tiffany. And yeah, check them out. Very clean. It doesn't take a lot of spraying this to get the scent on you, and I like that about this scent as well. Lasts pretty good. It's a good everyday fragrance. So yeah, we'll definitely keep this in my collection. The next one that I have that's in my indie fragrance, it's called Fake. It is all over Instagram. This was sent to me by Fake. This one and their Lost Cherry was sent to me, but I gave my Lost Cherry to my daughter because I'm not a big fan of that scent, but I did like it and it smells like true to scent. I just am not a big fan of the scent. So I gave it to my daughter and I kept the Chandelier. So Chandelier is supposed to be a dupe or inspired by Baccarat. Of course, everybody's got their Baccarat dupe or inspired by scent. It smells pretty spot on. I have been stopped and asked, are you wearing Baccarat? In which most times I will say yes. But sometimes I will be truthful and say no, it's a company called Fake. But I mean, the whole point of buying them is so that you can smell like the scent, right? So you know, I love my Red Temptation as a Baccarat, you know, dupe, because that one I get tons of compliments on. But this one is also really, really, really good. It is the newest one in my collection because it was sent to me along with that Lost Cherry. So very good price points. They have several scents rolling out, so definitely check them out there on Instagram as well. I love the look of the bottle, very sleek and very clean looking. And yeah, and it smells true to scent. Another good daily scent where you can spray and not feel bad about spraying because it's not overly expensive and you're like, oh my god, I'm using that up and can't buy anymore. It's a good price point, so you don't have to feel bad about using it. The atomizer on it has a good sprayer, so you can spray and not feel like you're using a whole bunch of it. So definitely will probably keep this in my collection as well. Next, we're going to talk about our designer fragrances in the designer house. And the first one I want to look at is my Kendra Scott. My daughter bought this for me for my birthday last year, and I just thought it was so sweet. And I didn't even know Kendra Scott made perfume. That is my girl. That's where I go get a lot of my jewelry from. And so I got to get an umbrella and a perfume. So definitely check out her perfume. She has 3 of them. This is very grown woman. This is very much so, I have my hair pinned up with a pantsuit on, going somewhere important, and I'm gonna smell like it too, you know. It's a deeper scent. It's a very deep floral scent is what it reminds me of. So definitely check this out. You can go to any Kendra Scott or Dillard's and smell them. They have them in Dillard's now too. They also have sample sets for you to smell. But if you just go to your local Kendra Scott and walk in there, they have the perfumes right there that you can spray and smell. And this is the one that I picked. And so this is the Ruby Musk is the one that I picked. So definitely go give them a sniff. It's hard to kind of tell you what they smell like to me because my nose is going to be different than yours. But you see the notes that are up there. Definitely check it out and see if it's something that you like. But I like it and I love Kendra Scott. So definitely going to keep her in my collection. Next designer is none other but the Burberry Her. Yes, ma'am. First of all, she's pink. And I like pink, girl. And so this is newer in my collection. I got this last year from the Mister. And it's very soft. It's very soft. Very soft, very girly. I will tell you that I would mix this probably with that Yara Lattafa. This is going to like sweeten this up. And so I would probably mix the two, but I really, really love this. It's so soft. So let me tell you though, it's going to be great for the girls with like allergies, don't like strong scents, because it's so soft that I have to like extremely overspray her to smell her. I will probably keep her in just because I love the smell and the scent. She's pretty expensive to not have good projection, but It's a good quick scent that you can throw on for going out with your girls or going out shopping or something. You just want to smell good real quick, or like mixing with something else. But it's so cute, so unique, and it's so sweet and soft. It's so powdery soft and so sweet. So if you're one of the girlies that don't like something strong, you don't want something loud, you just want something, you know, very sweet and cutesy, you might go with the Burberry Her Elixir. Excuse me, this is the Elixir. The other one is the Her, but this is the Elixir. So sorry. But yeah, I will keep her just because she smells so good. I do have to overspray her, I will say that, because I like scents where you're going to smell me when I walk by and stop me and say, hey, you smell good. She's not exactly that with a couple of sprays. I have to hold her down and keep her with me. So, but for my light girlies that like scents, this might be perfect for you. This newest one is part of one of my favorite designer houses, and that is the Valentino house. This is the Valentino Green Extravaganza. Y'all, this smells so good. And number one, it was part of the Valentino family. So baby, she was coming anyways. I need to go get the new one because I heard it's a new out. But y'all, it's like playful sweet. It is like sweet. I think some people would think it's like overly sweet. Just think of like a really sweet kiwi Kool-Aid or something. It is very, very sweet. There's like not a whole lot of deepness in this thing. She is sweet, but she smells good. I wore it and went to Coach, and our main Coach manager in there was like, what do you have on again? Because that smells so good. So it definitely smells good. Go get your nose to it though, because if you're not a super sweet girl and you like more like earthy smells, gourmand smells, you might not like this, but Tiffany loves it, so it's staying. Plus it's part of my favorite house, so it's staying. But yeah, the Green Extravaganza is the newest to the Valentino family in my collection, and she's staying. Okay, next is YSL Libre. I definitely had to pick up a Libre, guys. Number one, y'all, she had FOMO, okay? She had FOMO. I wanted it because everybody else had one. And I mean, look at the bottle. If that just don't look like you got something in your hands, I wanted this. I was like, okay, I cannot get the YSL shoes because number one, I heard they hurt like heck. And two, I'm a little thickums. We can't walk on the YSL little skinny heels. I mean, I fell to the ground, so I can get the Perfume. And so I went and picked up the YSL Perfume. It is not the intense version, and it smells so good. You can smell like the lavender in there a lot, but it's not overbearing. It smells good. This gives me very grown woman vibes. I mean, but so does the bottle, right? The bottle gives you very grown woman, like, I ain't come to play with you. This ain't for y'all kids vibes. And so I really like it. This is not something I would see a teenager with. This is something I would see somebody like mid to late 30s and on with, for sure. But it smells so good. It's very grown woman. It is very put that ish on type of feel. You see me and you know me, and I'm probably somebody type of perfume. Definitely keeping this in the collection. I actually want every single one of them. They have all kinds of flankers to this now, including the intense. So I want every single one of them. This is just the first of many to come. The next one we're going to talk about is the Vanilla Mod. This is the Ariana Grande scent. Weird little bottle. I don't know what that's supposed to be, child, but we got it. When I went in Ulta, because I go in Ulta all the time, I fell in love with this scent. Again, I love vanilla. And it smells good, y'all. It's like a very marshmallowy, soft vanilla. I liked it because it wasn't just a vanilla. It was like a marshmallowy vanilla. And that's what made me really love it. But y'all, it does not last on me. It does not last at all on me. I have tried mixing it with things. Nobody says anything about this scent. So it is new to my collection. She will not come back to the collection. And I thought I would keep her just because it's a vanilla base, something I could mix with other scents. But even when I do, I still never smell it. It's like, where are you? It is like a magician in a bottle. So She will not be staying, sadly. It's not one that I would recommend unless you were just like starting your collection and you just want to kind of get a little motivation. Maybe you're buying it for a teen girl to kind of help get her scent profile started, because I do that for my daughter. I buy a lot of perfumes to kind of help her get started on her collection too. So it would be a great gift for a, you know, young lady or whatever just starting their collection. It'd be great for somebody who wants perfume but you don't really want to put that stuff on perfume, like maybe your allergies can't handle it, or you just don't like strong scents, or you don't want something that's going to be loud and last all day. Then you might opt for this. But I don't like spending 60, 70, 80, 100 something dollars, and I think this was like one something, on perfume that I can't smell and you can't either. You know, it's one thing if I put it on and I may not can smell it because I've gone nose blind, but you walk past me and you go, oh my gosh, ma'am, by the way, you smell so good. Okay, that's a scent to keep. I never, ever, ever, ever get that. So she's here, she's new, but she will not be here to stay. The next one is an oh so popular brand that's been around for a long time, but one of the newer ones that I like out of there, because I don't like all of the scents, I only like this one, is the Chanel Chance. So this is my girl, love her. Got this for my birthday from my boyfriend years ago. It is very, very girly. I don't like any of the Chance perfumes. They're very, how can I say, mature smelling to me, like overly mature. And so I don't like the Coco, Mademoiselle and all those. I don't like any of those scents, but this one I like. And she has a pretty price tag on her, but I really, really like her. I wore this to a lunch with one of my good friends and she said, oh, we smelling rich up in here today. You came smelling rich, and it was just this. I will say I do have to overspray, because a couple of sprays doesn't really get anybody's attention, but if I like overspray, then it will kind of cling to me. So it does have a hard time sticking to me, which is interesting because I run really hot, and so usually because I run hot, things will stick to me and project. And so I know if I put something on and it doesn't project, it's kind of a struggling scent. So for the price point, I don't know if I'm gonna spend my coins on it, but if you spend your coins on it for me, I will keep it in my collection. So she's one of the newer ones. And I've had it for over a year, and you can see how much I've used. So I try to use it, you know, sparingly, because again, it's not one that I would just run out and replace. But I do love the smell. It's very, very sweet, super florally, guys. I'm gonna say, like, even more so than sweet, it's like a sweet, super florally. So you are getting a lot of flowers in this thing. So if you don't like flowers, you might want to test her out first, which I don't recommend blind buying anything unless you just know, like I had somebody say on the last video about the Red Temptation. She was saying, you mentioned that you had 3 bottles of that, and that was a Baccarat dupe. I flew out and bought that bottle. Like I guess you would trust that, right? But something like this, you might want to go get your nose to. But anyway, she's here, and she's here to stay for as long as she's here to stay. I love her, and yeah, and she's pink. Okay, my very last ones that I have are by one of the newer collections that I've seen, and they are the Noyz collection. Yep, these are the 2 that Ulta has recently brought in, and I picked up Unmute and Lost+Found. They even have like pictures on the back, which is cute and interesting as like a bottle detailing. They both smell very different. Noyz is very sweet and soft. If I had to compare it to something, I would probably say the Burberry Her Elixir. Yeah. You can smell kind of a marshmallowy vanilla in there. It's very sweet and soft. It's like if somebody was to be like, shh. And so for it to be unmute, I would think that would be like something very loud, because to unmute something means you're going to turn the sound on. But to me, it's a very like, very soft and gentle, sweet, vanilla marshmallowy type of scent. Lost+Found, very different profile. This is like take me to the jazz club for the night type of scent. To me, it's a very more complex scent. To me, I can't even tell you what all I smell in there, but it's a very more complex, I don't know what that is, type of scent. I love those kind of scents where like you don't know what it is I'm wearing, but you want to ask me though, and that's this kind of scent. I will say on me, they both do not last super long. I also picked up the travel sizes of these as well, so that I can put those in my purse when I wear them, because I do find myself constantly having to reapply. Haven't had anybody stop me yet and say like, oh, you smell so good, what do you have on? Not yet. And so that's a little disappointing, because they're not super cheap. They're not the highest price point either, but they're also not super cheap. But they do smell really good, would be good for everyday scents. Definitely get your nose to them. You can find them in Ulta. And just see if you like them. They have, I think, 4 scents. There was one that I didn't pick up that I wanted to pick up, but I was also buying some for my daughter as well. And so the cart was getting high, honey. She was getting a little too expensive, so I stopped. But there was one more that I really, really liked. And I think it was something called, I don't know if it was like a shitty day or something like that I actually really did like. And then there's one more, and I kind of didn't care for that one at all. But I don't know if I'll buy the other one, just because they don't last super long on me. And again, I am that girl that wants to be smelled. And so I think they were only like $80. So pretty decent. Not too bad. Not over $100. But even for 80, like, I want you to smell me. I mean, if you can smell me at $50, you should be able to smell me at $80. That's how I feel. So super cute design, super neat to have in your collection, super like handy to throw on an everyday basis, but you will have to overspray and probably not going to get too much longevity out of these guys. You might on you, but on me, I don't. So not sure if they will stay in the collection or not. I will have to keep giving them a try and see if anybody notices it. Because baby, if you don't get noticed, you don't stay in the family. So that's my take on that. Okay, so real quick, I wanted to just talk to the ladies who are trying to start their collections, want to start a collection, want to build your collection, more kind of what I do or what I have done to get my collection going. So, because I'm always asking these big, I don't want to call them gurus, but girls who have like the really huge collections that you see online, and nobody gives me really a freaking answer, and it's just so disappointing and crazy to me. But whatever, I'm just gonna tell you what I do and what I figured out, and then what works for me. So number one, the first thing is asking for these for special occasions. So when your birthday comes, anniversaries come, a friend asks you, hey, what you want come, girl, tell them Perfume. Christmas comes, Valentine's comes, Perfume. Go ahead and have your running list. If you could see my list, and I probably will pop it up on the screen. If you can see my list in my phone of all the perfumes that I aspire to have or smell, it is an ever-growing list all the time. And all of them ain't even on there. They're in different places. But have a list of all the perfumes you want, and then have some that you like, I need these ASAP. And so when somebody goes, okay, well, what would you want? I either say, I want this perfume, or I want a gift card to this place, because I already know if you give me a gift card to Ulta, I know what I'm going to go get. So that's even better sometimes, is just ask for a gift card to where you want to go and then go get your perfume. So that's one way that I acquire perfumes. The second way is going to be through entering contests. So Instagram, all the girls that have these really huge collections are always doing contests and giveaways. So every time I see a giveaway or a contest, I go enter it. I have actually won a couple of times and have acquired several perfumes that way. So don't be afraid to do that. You can always, I know it's annoying because they're like, follow this person and like this and like that. It does take a little bit of your time. And also just keep in mind, if you make a folder of contests and put it in the folder, when you get done, you can go back to that folder and unfollow those people that you never want to follow in the first place, if that's what you want to do. Sometimes I end up just staying with those people because I'm like, oh, I do actually like their perfume. So, but anyways, enter perfume contests. You might just win. You never know. One time for one of my favorite, she's my sweetheart friend now, Mitoya. She wasn't giving away perfume, but she had hit a milestone on YouTube and was doing a just cash giveaway for her milestone. And I ended up freaking winning $100. And what do we do with that? Went and bought perfume. So just keep that in mind, that that's a second way. The third way is by just treating yourself and maybe even putting aside a little small budget. And so out of my perfumes, I'll go see like what's the most affordable for the moment, for the paycheck. And per paycheck, it doesn't always happen. I try to buy myself a scent. Like my freer paycheck, at least, like this paycheck is just bills, it's not mortgage. I can afford to buy myself something. And that's what I will do. I will go find one that's not too expensive and I'll buy it. That doesn't happen every single paycheck, but it is a goal of mine to be able to treat myself that way. That is one of the things that one girl actually told me, was that she buys them per paycheck, buys them. I can't buy them, child. We're gonna buy one, if that's even doable. But she buys perfumes per paycheck. Some of them also said that they have their guys buying them perfume. And so if you have one of those, one of the little money shakers that give you coins, have them buy you perfume, and that will help build up your collection. The last way that I can think of is utilizing apps. So you have the Affirm app, Klarna, Afterpay. There's so many different apps now that you can utilize, and you can pay them out. So super expensive scents like the Thomas Cosmala, who is about like $300-400. The Santal 33s, those are a couple $100. The Labos, I mean, these are ones that you get Klarna or Afterpay. So you put it on there and you may pay $40 today, and then you may pay $40 in 2 weeks, and then 2 more weeks until the scent is paid off. And so you pay it off, and then once you pay it off, you get another one, and you just kind of keep it on rotation, and your collection will slowly build. So you can do that, or you can do the same thing if you have a nice size credit card. You can put it on your credit card, and then you just make a vow to yourself, like, I'm not gonna buy another super expensive one until I pay that one off. Once that one's paid off, you go get your next one, and you may already know which one you want next by then. So that's another way that you can kind of help build up your collection slowly. It's not going to be as fast as those women who have the men shaking money that can go buy them perfumes, or these people with these huge paychecks that can go buy $1,000 worth of perfumes all the time. Don't forget to utilize Amazon. Amazon is a cheap way to buy perfumes. Again, be careful, because the Lattafas, you cannot exchange them, but I notice a lot of collectors have perfumes, the Middle Eastern perfumes from there as part of their collections as well. So, but with Klarna and Afterpay, you can go buy almost from anywhere with those apps and pay them out. So do keep those in mind. Okay, so that wraps up kind of how I'm building my collection, just so maybe if that's something you wanted to do, you can do as well. Don't forget about those tips. It's a slow build, but nevertheless it's a build, guys. I went from having my stuff in this little basket to buying a bigger basket, and then they started being piled up on top of each other, to putting them, like clearing out one of my Chester drawers and putting them all in a drawer, and now they've outgrown the drawer. And so, like, it's a slow build, but a build is still a build. A win is still a win. And so yeah, I have several that I'm still interested in, that I want. I know one thing I've been having my eye on and I'm just not sure about is the Skin Potion line. I'm sure several of you have heard about that. It's a lot of influencers wearing it and buying it, but I just hate buying things I cannot smell. He does have, Ray has samples, but the samplers only come with certain scents. Like, you can't pick the scents that you want to sample, and so that's kind of hard. And then I've tried to reach out to people like, hey, can I like get a sample of yours to smell? And they'll be like, oh yeah, and then never send a girl. So, but his scents are pretty pricey, and so and it's like oils, scrubs, and now I think lotions and all that. He's like even coming up with more and more new ones. I might try the vanilla one, because usually vanilla is pretty safe. But if you guys have tried it, let me know what you think, which one's your favorite, because he has so many different scents. And I want to pull the trigger, but I'm scared too, because I don't like blind buying and not liking, and then I'm stuck with that scent. Or you just bought a $200 worth of something and you can't do anything with it but give it away. Like, that sucks. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you've tried it, which one you liked and why you liked it, because I definitely want to try it. I just want to make sure that whichever one I get, I know I'm gonna like. I don't like super foodsy scents. I like vanilla, but I don't like I don't want to smell like a cookie or chocolate or any of that. So, but if you just like, oh, it smells really good, like, holler at me, let me know, girl, because I want to know. I want to try it so bad, but I just don't want to spend that level of money and not like it. I want to know that I like it, which is why I love samples. Definitely get samples of things if you can. Try them out on yourself for the day and see if you like them first, because I've made that mistake of just buying and then hating it, and then you're stuck with it, or you're stuck giving somebody else your money. So that's it, girl. That's it. Okay, thank you beauties for joining me today for another Frag video and what has been added and what's new to my collection. That's everything that's new right now that I can think of. I probably missed a couple, but I think that majority that's what's new in my collection. Some will stay, some will go. But yeah, just wanted to share with you in case you are like me. Again, I like sweet scents, floral scents, and complex scents. So if we kind of have the same scent profile, then you might try out some of the ones that I mentioned. I'm not into super gourmand smells. I don't like super mature smells. And so I'm always like, I don't know about you, when I'm looking for a perfumer, I'm like looking for the people that kind of like the scents I like, because then I know it's going to be a safer buy or safer smell for me. And so yeah, if you like those kind of scent profiles, then you might check out the ones I have and some of the tips that I have and all that good stuff. So thank you so much for joining me in today's video. I love you down, girl. I love you. If this has helped you, or you just even just found it entertaining, or you liked it, definitely hit the like button. And hey, if I'm your vibe, then you might consider hitting the subscribe, okay? Because we love all our people over here. We appreciate everybody. Comment down below what your favorite scent profile is, or what your favorite perfume is, so I can go smell them too, girl. Let's share and swap and switch. If you have some tips and tricks on how you are building your collection, do let me know. I would love to know about it. And definitely, if you've tried the skin potion, holla at your girl and let me know which one is your fave and why. Thank you so much, beauties. I hope that you continue to love on yourself and smell good every day, all day. And I will see you in the next Frag video. Bye for now.